Hello, my fine, fabulous friends. It is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. Now, for this layout, I have hand-stitched all the way around the edge of my white sheet of paper, and I am going to mat that onto that beautiful leafy background paper. I really chose this paper not for the leaves, but because it's got so many different colours in it. I really wanted a touch of sort of every colour, basically, because this layout that I'm creating today is really going to feature and really going to highlight that entire piece of 12 by 12 paper that had all of the tags on it. I really loved the colours and the variety in that taggy page. So that is what I'm going to focus on today. And this is going to be super, super easy to replicate if you have Project Life cards. Anything sort of 3x4 size is you're going to be able to do this yourself as well at home. Any of those sort of counterpart pages that has... You can absolutely use some that are embellished, but any that are also just a little bit more plain, like the ones that I am using today. Really, really effective layout, and I'm really happy with the way this came together. One of the big highlights in this layout is definitely the stitching, taking some time to do the stitching. You could obviously, people have stamps or pens that you could draw the stitching with. You could absolutely get out your sewing machines and do real stitching. I personally chose to do hand stitching because I enjoy it, but you absolutely don't need to do that. But I do think having that stitching around the edge really just adds something else to the page. So I think it'd be really cool if you do scrap lift something like this, just to add a little pop of something onto your cards as well. Now, these were actually tags on the cut apart sheet, and Paige Evans had designed them to have a rounded corner on the bottom section of the tag. So I chose to roll with that, and I put a rounded corner all the way around. Obviously, I cut the top of the tag off so it doesn't have the hole punched area anymore, and just made them into 3x4 cards. And there's my one photo as well that I'm going to use on here. But I just love the way when you layer all these up and make like a mountain, almost like a deck of cards that have been spread out across the page, all those beautiful colors. It all just ties in together so well. I think it's such a really effective look to the page. It uses these up, which I often find quite difficult to use, and I just really think it's really striking. So basically, you could almost stop right there. You don't even need to embellish this page if you do not want to. Now, I can never say no to even just a little bit of embellishing. So I am going to pop on some of these pieces. This one doesn't completely match, but I thought it might be a little bit of a difficult piece of ephemera to use. So I popped it on now, being kind of close to the theme of what this photo is about. For anyone else watching this video, you might wonder what on earth is this photo all about. It is a picture of my breakfast. What I am actually documenting here, which gives it away when the title comes on, but of course I will add some journaling later on, is the jam. So that jam that you can sort of see just to the right of my crumpets, that is homemade jam. I've never made jam before, but my mum is amazing. And that is what I gave as an alternate drop at my wedding as my bonbonnieres. So if you came in a couple, you ended up leaving with a jam and a homemade soap. I did not home make the soap myself, though. I did outsource that. But I did home make the jam and all the labels and all of that stuff. But I never really got to taste it because I wanted to make sure there was enough for everybody. So I didn't eat any until after the wedding, and I got to bring some back home. So this is like my very first time of tasting the jam. And it was good. It was really good. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. But anyway, so all of these sort of good mornings and that the little bag of fruit and veggies looks like you've gone shopping. I just thought they were really, they really matched the theme of what was happening on the page. So I really just wanted to pop those on because who knows when I will ever get to use those embellishments again. I'm a big fan of putting on embellishments as they suit a photo, because if I hold on to them for the perfect photo, that's pretty much never. So, or I forget about them, or I use a different collection or whatever. So yeah, I just decided while they fit, I'm getting them on. But I really didn't want to over embellish this page. I'm really happy with the way all those cut aparts look in the background, and I don't want to, ruin that by adding too much extra to the page. There's a big title, there's a lot of color. I think it's looking pretty amazing as it is. So I am going to call it. I'm going to put on some splatters, and I'm going to enjoy this layout exactly as she is. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this process video. I am so thrilled with the way this one came together. I really adore the stitching. The stitching just speaks to my heart. I hope I have encouraged you to bash some of those 3x4 cards you might have in your stash, and I cannot wait to see you again next time. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a happy, scrappy week.